What would you do if your heart started failing and no one was around to help? No phone in reach, no voice in the next room, just you and the next 60 seconds. Your chest tightens. It's not stabbing pain, it's deep, crushing pressure. You try to stand, but your knees buckle. Sweat runs cold. Your breath shortens. You realize this might be a heart attack. This is the nightmare scenario every senior fears, and most aren't ready for. But you don't have to be helpless. In this video, Survive a Heart Attack Alone, 7 tips every senior should know before it's too late. We'll show you the exact steps that can keep you alive when time is running out and no one's there to catch you. These are real, medically backed tools, and they've already saved lives. Stay calm, stay here. You're about to learn what to do when everything depends on you. Recognize early signs. Listen before it's loud. A heart attack rarely begins with a scream. It starts as a whisper, and that whisper is easy to miss. You might feel something strange, not pain exactly, more like a tight band wrapping slowly around your chest, a sensation, not a stab, pressure behind the breastbone, a throb in your jaw, a pulse in your shoulder, fatigue so heavy it feels like gravity has doubled. Richard, 74, felt a subtle pull in his neck while washing dishes. No pain, no panic, just a flicker of discomfort. He almost dismissed it until he noticed his breath had shortened and his hands had started to sweat. He sat down. That small moment of awareness gave him enough time to survive what came next. The truth is, real heart attacks often don't look like they do in the movies. No collapsing, no dramatics, just a quiet shift in your body's rhythm. A signal asking, "Are you listening?" Shortness of breath, a rolling nausea, a cold sweat along your spine, pain that radiates, not pierces. If these show up, even subtly, and don't match your usual patterns, don't rationalize them. Listen to the whisper. Respond before it shouts. Because when it comes to your heart, it's not about being paranoid. It's about being present. And presence, in this moment, might be what saves your life. Call 911 first, not your daughter, not Google. Your chest tightens. You feel strange, but not in pain, just wrong. Your first instinct? Call someone close, your daughter, a friend. Maybe you Google the symptoms, maybe you wait. But here's the truth. Hesitation is dangerous. Delay kills. If there's even a chance it's your heart, call 911 first, not second, not after texting someone, not after just waiting 5 minutes. Every minute without help increases the damage, and you may not get a second chance. Paramedics aren't just a ride to the hospital. They bring life support, oxygen, nitroglycerin, defibrillators. They're trained for exactly this moment. When you call, the system activates. A team moves toward you. Time starts working for you, not against you. Take Linda, 78. She felt a cold sweat and strange pressure in her shoulder. She picked up her phone to call her son, then stopped. Her nurse's voice echoed in her memory. Call 911 first, always. She did, and within minutes, help was at her door. If you're worried it might be nothing, that's okay. Dispatchers prefer false alarms over silence. They won't be annoyed. They'll be ready. Know where your emergency call button is, even on your lock screen. Use it. Even if you can't speak, press and stay connected. Because in this moment, your phone isn't a device, it's a lifeline, and the most powerful call you'll ever make is the one you make first. Chew aspirin, slowly, before it's too late. You've called 911. Your chest is tight. Your breath feels shallow. Now comes a step so small it might seem pointless, but it could be what saves you. Chew an aspirin. Not swallow. Not with water. Chew right now. Most heart attacks happen because of a clot blocking blood flow to the heart. Aspirin helps thin your blood and slow that clot down. But time matters, and chewing, not swallowing, gets the aspirin into your system faster. Joe, 72, kept aspirin in his kitchen. One morning, he felt a wave of pressure spreading from his chest to his neck. He sat, called 911, and chewed one full-strength uncoated tablet. Later, his doctor told him, "That pill saved muscle. It saved time. It may have saved your life. But this only works if you're ready. Coated or time-release pills take too long. Keep one uncoated aspirin, 325 milligrams, in a place you can reach, not buried in a drawer, somewhere close. If you're allergic or on certain medications, skip this step. But if you're not and the signs appear, don't wait, don't hope, don't hesitate, chew it. It doesn't feel heroic. It won't make headlines. But in those fragile minutes between crisis and help, this tiny act could hold the line between survival and loss. Because what saves you in that moment might fit in the palm of your hand. Sit. Breathe. Do nothing else. You've called for help. You've chewed the aspirin. Now, stop moving. Not next. Not after I just... Right now. Sit down, wherever you are. On a chair, on the floor, doesn't matter. Stillness is your next line of defense. Why? Because every movement, even small ones, forces your heart to work harder, and right now, it's already struggling to survive. Standing up, walking across the room, pacing by the window, they all rob your heart of what little oxygen it still has. Alice, 81, felt the pressure bloom across her chest. She reached to tidy her kitchen counter, then remembered her doctor's words. If it's your heart, stop. Let everything else wait. She lowered herself into a chair, back straight, feet flat, arms resting, and she breathed, slow, steady, present. That moment of stillness likely saved her life. This is not doing nothing. It's doing the only thing that matters, preserving oxygen, calming your nervous system, keeping your rhythm steady. If you feel faint, lie on your side with your head slightly raised. If sitting, let your spine be supported. Avoid slumping. It restricts breathing. Open your chest. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Count if you need to. Stillness isn't weakness. It's your signal to the heart. We're safe. Let that be enough until help arrives. Unlock the door. Let help reach you. You've called 911. You've chewed the aspirin. You're seated, breathing slowly. Now, if you can move safely, there's one more act that could save your life. Unlock the front door. Sounds simple? It is, but behind that locked door could be the minute you don't have. Picture this. The paramedics arrive, siren fading. They see your address, but the door is bolted. They knock, no answer. They radio in, they lose time. Seconds turn to minutes. Your window to survive shrinks. Paul, 76, lived alone. When his chest tightened, he made 3 moves, called 911, chewed aspirin, unlocked the door. When help arrived, they walked straight in. That minute you saved, one medic told him, was the minute we used to stabilize you. But only unlock if it's safe. If the door's far or downstairs, don't risk falling. Stay put. What can you do now, before it ever happens? Keep a spare key in a secure lockbox and share the code with a trusted neighbor. Install a smart lock with remote access. Add a visible sign, medical info inside. You don't need strength, you don't need speed, you just need to be prepared. One twist of the knob might open the door and keep your story going. Speaker and medical ID. You've called 911, but now your hands are shaking, your breath is shallow. Even holding the phone feels like too much. That's why your next move matters. Tap speaker. Speakerphone lets you breathe freely. It saves your strength. And it lets dispatchers hear more than just your words. They catch your breathing, your silences, even background sounds. Their job isn't just to send help. It's to keep you stable until it arrives. But what if you pass out? That's where medical ID becomes a lifeline. On iPhones, it's visible even from the lock screen. Androids have a similar feature. First responders use it to check your age, medical conditions, medications, allergies, and emergency contacts instantly. Susan, 79, blacked out before help arrived. She couldn't speak, but her medical ID told paramedics exactly what they needed. It helped them avoid dangerous drugs and call her daughter within minutes. Set it up now. It takes 5 minutes. On iPhone, Health, Medical ID, Edit. On Android, Safety and Emergency, Medical Info. Fill in your essentials, save it, and let your phone speak for you when you can't. Because even in silence, you are not alone. Breath to stay alive. Your chest tightens, your thoughts race, the room feels smaller. In the middle of a heart attack, fear doesn't just visit, it takes over. And when it does, your breath becomes your only tool that you control. Not medication, not muscle, breath. When panic floods your body, stress hormones spike, your heart rate jumps, blood vessels constrict, oxygen becomes scarce. That spiral can push your heart past its limit, but controlled breathing slows the descent. Here's what to do, no training needed. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 1. Then exhale gently through your mouth for 6. Repeat. This rhythm activates the vagus nerve, your body's natural brake pedal. It tells your system, we are not under attack, we are trying to heal. Frank, 83, once felt pressure tighten around his ribs like a belt. He panicked, then remembered something simple his doctor taught him. Breathe. Not fast, not forced, just steady. 4 in, 6 out. By the time help arrived, he was still conscious and calm enough to speak. Breath won't fix blocked arteries, but it may stop a fatal rhythm. It may buy you enough time to stay awake, aware, and alive until help arrives. It costs nothing, it takes no strength, and it works, even when everything else is out of reach. So if all else fails, remember, breathe in, breathe out, stay here. You've just walked through 7 steps. Not theory, not wishful thinking. Real actions that can hold the line between life and loss when no one else is around. You now know what a heart attack often really feels like. You know that your first call must be to 911, not family. That a single aspirin chewed can make all the difference. That stillness saves energy. That unlocking your door can buy back a minute. That your phone can speak when you can't. That your breath is your final anchor. Each of these isn't just a tip, it's proof. Proof that even in your most vulnerable moment, you are not powerless. And here's what matters most. You don't need to be perfect. You don't have to memorize it all at once. Just carry the knowledge with you. Let it sit quietly in your pocket, like a folded note you hope to never read, but might be glad you wrote. Because readiness is not fear. It's respect. For your body, for your future, for the people who still need you here. Take a quiet breath now. Let this knowledge settle, not with panic, but with peace. You're not just older, you're wiser, and wisdom prepares. You've made it through all 7 steps. That means you're not just curious, you're serious about life, about being ready, about not freezing when it matters most. So here's the quiet but urgent question. Which step will you lock into memory first? Will it be the aspirin in your nightstand? The emergency shortcut on your phone? The breath that grounds you when panic tries to pull you under? You don't need to master everything, but you do need to start. Pick one step, practice it, write it down. Better yet, tell someone. That single act could ripple into a second chance, for you or for someone you love. And if this video gave you something, a plan, a pulse of clarity, a sense that you're not helpless. Subscribe, not just to a channel, but to a mindset, calm, prepared, deeply alive. Here on Golden Years, we bring weekly guides, stories, and life-saving tools, all in a voice that respects your strength, not with noise, but with quiet power. Leave a comment below. Say, "I'm ready," or share the one step that stuck with you most. Because when one person prepares, another finds courage. And when you speak, someone else breathes easier. We're not just aging. We're adapting. We're showing up. One heartbeat at a time. Until next week, stay steady, stay wise, and above all, stay here.